Good morning. This is the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Wednesday, September 6th. No significant impacts. We will be drying out and turning seasonable in terms of temperatures. There'll be some localized breezy conditions in the south, but fuel's quite moist. Some sprinkles or light showers on and off in the central Idaho mountains, and they've had some more precip up along the Nevada, Utah, Idaho borders yesterday. The bluish shades, some places over a quarter-inch of rain and a lot of lightning with it as well. But no new starts, just two new starts as far as I can see here on our fire map. And a lot of that is due to the wetness we've had the past week. The green to yellows are ½ inch to 1.5 inches of rain, and that's covering about 3/4 of our area. Other areas had lighter amounts, about 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch in the lighter blue shades, but still you get the message. It's been moist. Our fuels reflect that. All ERC stations at or below the 50th percentile. But some things to keep in mind. In northern Nevada, northern Utah, and especially in the Snake River Plain, live fuel moisture in the sagebrush still quite low. This is one station, Kuna. It dropped down below the 100% level, which is the threshold for extreme fire behavior, given if everything else is dry enough. And you can see it came back up a little bit, but it's been around 85 to 95. And similar story for Hemet a bit further east and holding there around 90%. So if we get a long dry period, which we are expecting, and the grasses dry out, the sagebrush is dry, and there's lots of continuous fuel and carryover fuel, not out of the question to get a large fire in the lower to mid elevations in some of these regions. So to keep that in mind. Water vapor imagery shows high pressure starting to build in. This tannish, reddish shade is basically overall a dry air mass, clear blue sky, low humidity. The grayish to whitish shade is where atmospheric moisture is a little stronger in the vicinity of this trough, and this is where we could see some light showers in the parts of the central Idaho mountains, and maybe some here, but this will be moving more into Colorado. For later today, on the left, there's that tannish shade, that dry air mass with lowering humidity. Air mass humidity a bit higher in the areas of the black. You can see a cold front here, so the closer you get to the Salmon River, the better chances of some sprinkles or light showers. All areas green. You can see most humidity is above 20%, except in the mid-teens in the far south and also in the east. Some moderate breezes, so this will all go into drying things out. The drying pattern continues. We stay moderately breezy here in the southern areas, but still fairly high humidity in the north, and this little green speck indicates some showers. We look at the humidities and still mostly above 25% in northern areas, but starting to dry out into the teens elsewhere. And some breezes, again, just helping the drying process. Similar pattern on Friday. We have a hurricane pushing off the Baja coast. No major consequence for us. A few more areas on the 7-day go into the yellow. Notice the humidity is pretty dry across southern areas, and the winds pick up a little bit. Not critical, but 20 to 30 mile-an-hour winds. Even if they were a bit stronger, given the high moisture levels in the fuels, we likely would not be issuing high risk, but just something to keep in mind. And a little breezy up in parts of the Snake River Plain too, but the humidity up north still kind of high. 3-day precipitation, some light sprinkles or light showers in the north, just a few hundredths of an inch, otherwise dry. Further down the road, there's a big hurricane still winding up. It's been an active hurricane season in the Pacific. Seasonable conditions, some sprinkles or showers continuing in the far northern Idaho mountains. Any drying is going to be mostly in southern and eastern areas. We see that drying on the 7-day continuing. Another dry air mass moving on in. And some of this moisture from this dying hurricane by next week starts creeping. It breaks in two, and the southern part here starts to creep northwards and may tickle some of our far southern areas by early next week. Otherwise dry and seasonable across all areas. You see on the 7-day, we're drying things out. So we'll have to watch some of the grasses here. If they start drying out pretty good, our sagebrush is dry. A strong wind pattern could carry fire in some of our areas in far southern Idaho or far northern Nevada. 7-day precipitation, not much different from the first 3 days, a little bit here in the Arizona Strip in southwest Utah. Now, the 8 to 14 day does show a significant warming trend and a significant drying trend, especially for northern areas, near normal elsewhere, which also this time of year is typically dry. So we'll see how that plays out. This concludes our briefing. Have a great day.